Hey guys, it's Kiran here, back to you with another video. And today let's take a look at this. So this is the Logitech G502X Plus, the latest and greatest of Logitech. There are three variants of this: the 502X, the 502X Lightspeed, and the 502X Plus. The 502X is the wired version, while the 502X Lightspeed and the 502X Plus are both the wireless versions. And the only main difference between the X Lightspeed and the X Plus are the RGB lighting and its pricing. The 502X, the wired version, comes in at $80, while the 502X Lightspeed comes in at €165 or $140. While the X Plus comes in with €180 or $160. I have the Logitech G502X Plus with all the bells and whistles. So let's see if it's actually worth it. So if you already used the previous gen Logitech 502 mouse, there aren't any big differences between them. You get 13 programmable buttons, left and right click, the scroll wheel with not just the middle button but also scroll left and scroll right. And with the new gen you can even pre-program the scroll up and down function in the mouse. Under the scroll wheel there's a non-programmable button that switches between free scrolling and normal scrolling. And under that there's a programmable button that switches between your profiles in the G Hub by default. To the left of the left click there are two buttons that by default switches your DPI up and down, and under them you have another two buttons that function as a forward and back button by default. And last but not least, you also have a reversible trigger button that can be switched out if you don't want it. The mouse also comes with PTFE feet, unlike the plastic ones in the previous gen models, which feels much smoother. The 502X Plus is super comfortable to play for prolonged periods at a time. Coming from the G305, which weighs just under 100 grams, the 502X Plus feels just as lightweight as it. It weighs just 106 grams, unlike its predecessor which weighed almost 120 grams. To reprogram the buttons or change the RGB lighting in the mouse, you need the Logitech G Hub software. It is quite intuitive. The mouse also offers 5 onboard memory profiles, unlike my G305 which offers only 1. So you can easily switch between game profiles on other PCs without having to download the G Hub software. And this being a Logitech mouse also has the G-Shift function. You can also program a G-Shift modifier to any button, and upon pressing this modifier, the functionality of the other buttons changes from the default into the keyboard keys or macros you have set. This is super useful and effectively doubles the number of buttons at your disposal. I have my buttons with the G-Shift set something like this. Since I use media controls a lot, while holding the G-Shift modifier, my scroll wheel basically has all the media control settings. Scrolling up or down increases or decreases volume, while scrolling left or right goes between the previous or next track playing. And I use the middle button to play or pause the music. The battery life on the X Plus is also pretty good. Logitech codes up to 120 hours with the RGB off and 37 hours with the RGB on. And considering it does come with a rechargeable battery with USB-C and you can use it while charging, unlike some mouses out there. And it also supports wireless charging through Logitech PowerPlay. The 502 series sports the 25K Logitech Hero sensor, and it was great with competitive games like Valorant. Here are a few clips of it in action.
Lilla Rocky.
and having the extra buttons really did help. So, is it really worth the price asked? The mouse feels and performs exceptionally well. They have clearly kept the formula that made the previous Gen 502 unit's name and even perfected upon it. But on $160 or 180 euros, it is on the expensive side, especially now that the previous gen models have gone down in price. But if you do love the design and are willing to pay a premium for it, this is a great buy. So, those are my thoughts on the Logitech G502X Plus. Let me know in the comments down below that if you share my thoughts, have a different opinion, or perhaps even considering buying this mouse. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.